The Campark V40 is an action camera with the main features we can find in the other competitors, like the 4K videos, the still photos with its 20 megapixel sensor, but this camera has a couple of key features that helps it to step apart from the competition. We are talking about the two screens, which is perfect for when doing vlogging or taking a selfie and you want to make sure you are framed properly. But also, we need to mention its waterproof capability without any housing up to 10 meters and the possibility to attach an external microphone that will help to record better audio. The video resolution this camera is capable of are 720p at 60 and 120 fps, 1080p at 30 and 60 fps, 2.7K at 30 fps, and 4K at 30 fps. It also records still photos up to 20 megapixel, as we mentioned before. With a retail price that is around $100 and even less, making it extremely affordable. But let's see what's inside the box first and then check some videos to see if the quality worth the price. The camera comes with a well-equipped kit of accessories and mounts compatible with GoPro, as well as a quick releases with spare adhesives. We have Velcro straps, we have zip ties, two batteries of 3.7 volt 1350 mAh lithium ion, and charger, and this one is definitely a great add. We also have a remote control and an external microphone, the housing case, and a color user manual. On top we have the mode menu button, the M, and the shutter button, as well as a tiny mic between them. On the side there is the on-off button. The screen is a touch screen, but I feel like it's not always responsive. The internal menu is extensive and pretty easy to understand. Despite being an automatic camera, there are a couple of settings that we can change. For example, the exposure can be increased or decreased up to 2 stops. White balance can be set to auto, daylight, shade, tungsten or fluorescent, and the ISO can be set to auto or from 100 to 3200. The camera is capable of taking different type of videos and photos, so let's check it out, how it performs. We will test it with and without the electronic image stabilizer. We will test it with and without the distortion in the lens, and finally we will test it with its audio capability, with and without the microphone, and with or without the wind noise reduction option. So the first test we are going to take is walking without any type of image stabilization. Now turn on the image stabilization. So we are walking now, and this is how you can see with the image stabilization on. We are now trying to run without any image stabilization. Let's now run with the image stabilization on. We are now recording with the Campark V40 with the internal mic, and this is the sound that we can hear when we are going to use the internal mic from the Campark V40, and no wind noise reduction. This is the audio that you can hear from the Campark V40 with the internal mic when we have turned on the wind noise reduction. There is no wind here honestly, but let's see if the sound it's a little bit better or not. This is the sound that you can hear utilizing the external microphone when we are going to set up the external microphone options from the Campark V40 menu when the wind noise reduction is off. And now, same setting as before, we have selected the external microphone from the options in the Campark V40, and we have also turned on the wind noise reduction. We're using the lavalier mic that comes with the camera, and this is the audio that you can hear with these settings. And here we are back to the studio. Hope you liked the video test for the Campark V40. So, quick summary. The camera is performing well. The electronic image stabilization, it's really impressive for being such a small and a really affordable camera. So it's absolutely recommended for them. Audio quality, on the other hand, could be a little bit improved, but as we noticed with the external microphone, of course, the final result is better. The wind noise reduction reduce a little bit too much probably the final output of the video, but of the audio, sorry. But again, with a little bit of post-production in Premiere or any other software, you will be able to gain a usable audio. Of course, it's always recommended to utilize an external recorder, but again, we can still find out something from the camera itself. One thing that you have to remember in case you're going to utilize the external microphone is you have to select it from the options. If you don't do that, even if you plug in, it doesn't recognize it as the external microphone, so the quality is still bad. Image quality is good. I feel like the images, the videos is really usable. Today's weather was not good enough to probably take advantage of all the color, all the lights that we can have outside, so I will try to reuse the camera again for other tests when the weather will be better. I don't know when. Unfortunately, here in Japan recently it's raining every day, so it's not the best situation, but it's okay. From a picture point of view, honestly, there is this change in the angle that I hoped it was a little bit more marked. So wide, medium and narrow, I hope it could allow to reduce a little bit the distortion, a little bit more the distortion, as I was able to see when I used, for example, the XTU X1 camera, but again, it's still usable camera, so depends by the situation and depends by the usage that you want to do, but it's still something that can produce usable results. And again, another good point that I feel of this camera is price. Actually on Amazon Japan, and if you're interested, I will leave the link below. It's for about $98, so less than $100, and you can get one of these. So if you're looking for affordable and usable action camera, please check the link below. One point that I don't like of this camera is the door, especially the one for the USB and HDMI. It's really hard to open every time, and I don't know why. Probably there is a defect in the soft plastic here that should keep it sealed when you go under the water, but I don't know, I feel like it could be done a little bit better. And I feel that's all for me for today. Stay tuned, because I'm going to review this camera together with the XTU X1 and the XTU S3, and see the comparison between these three action cameras that from outside they seems completely similar, well, the same. But let's check it out, how it will perform in terms of image quality and electronic image stabilization. Or for the X1, if you remember, we have an additional enhanced image stabilization that is called Super DIS. Please stay tuned to the channel, just subscribe it and click the bell button so you will be notified for any new video that will be released. And guys, if you have any question about this camera, please let me know in the comments below. I will try my best to answer to that to you. That's all for me for today. As usual, till next time, stay click. Bye!